Okay, I'd like to welcome everyone to this newest installment of the Men's Room. And tonight we have a very special guest, longtime brother of mine, and also one of the leading actors in our 20 Bands movie saga. He played the character of Rallo Guan. It's my brother Kiyah Sosay. How you doing, brother?
Everything is Irie, my brother. Everything is Irie, brother.
Good to hear from
Always a pleasure, brother.
you. Always a pleasure. Absolutely. Absolutely. So tonight, man, we're gonna do kind of what we used to do, and kind of just like have a conversation uh, between brothers, but we're going to invite the audience into one of our typical conversations. And we're going to cover a span of different things. Tonight, we're going to just kind of see how social our media is. Are we tapped in? So, how do you feel about the verdict that Puffy ended up getting, man? That Diddy ended up getting. What do you think about that?
Me personally, and this is just my opinion, it's more to it. Meaning
I
I'm
think
saying it's more to it. It's politics with it. I'm not gonna hold P. Diddy accountable before the shenanigans he was pulling. Because there was a puppet. He was like a puppet with the strings on it. So there's some bigger parties behind the scene with all of these weird, strange parties. But I will hold him accountable for the things he has did towards the rappers on his label, like the abuse he has given them, how he has treated them, you know, on and so
so.
forth and so forth. So I look at it as being some kind of political thing dealing with that um alcohol company he
With that
sued.
alcohol company,
I think they are behind a lot of this.
which I agree with.
On a
Um,
racial level, though, when P. Diddy kept saying this is racial, it is not about what I'm doing, is what I'm trying to have my own alcohol brand, and they won't allow me. And they're being racial. Now, I'm not saying that he didn't do none of the things, but freak offs, man, that's like, anybody could do the, so anybody could do do the vibes because that's personal things. He's not a crime. He's not a criminal because he's having brothels and shit like that with other people that volunteer for the shit. That's just that's just what he do. He's a freaky. He's he like Rick James say a freaky young man.
so so
He
allow me to peel back a layer or two. All right,
Mhm.
allow me to peel back a layer or two. Because I agree with you. I believe that it's a bigger picture. It's a bigger play behind the scenes taking place. And when he did come out publicly against Diageo, the liquor company, saying that there's a racial undertone in their dealings, that they weren't investing in. He wanted to do his own project, which was De Leon, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And he wanted them to put as much promotion behind his project as they did behind the Ciroc Urban project,
Mm-hmm.
which they didn't. So he was questioning that publicly. Um, so yeah, I believe they smacked him around for that. And taking a lawsuit, he took a lawsuit out on them, and they went on ahead and settled.
Yeah, and that's when they came at him like a whirlwind.
Yeah, like, okay, so you
Oh,
want some money? We'll settle out of court. We'll make sure whatever you want, brother. And then they came at him. But here's the other layer. So Puffy's been doing people wrong for a minute. He's been shitting on people for a minute. Excuse my French. His artists, his staff, some of his partners. Um, this couldn't this be karma? Is it possible that this is karma? Even though it is beef with the alcohol company and it's being brought on by the alcohol company, but there's some karma in there because he's been in bed with this alcohol company for years. He's made them billions of dollars. So much money that it made him a billionaire. So I mean, if which I believe in spirituality, if karma is real, then all that mess that he put out there, everything with Kim Porter, how he did I'll Be Sure, how he did Big, how he did Big's mom, how he did Shine, how he did the Locks. Karma.
I think it's more to it, brother.
It's definitely more to it. It's definitely more to it. But that's just the layer. I just peeled back another layer. You know what I'm saying? Because yes, I believe that the alcohol company is taking him down. Can
I peel back a little bit layer? Can I peel back another layer?
Oh, for sure. Absolutely.
And this is just me. I don't like to get in conspiracy theories, but I believe, this is just me personally, I think Mr. Tupac Shakur is lurking somewhere and he has his hand in it. Because I've heard some music I heard some music. I know they could do AIs, but it's like the music I've heard, he was on some new material and he was talking, excuse my French, shit about what P. Diddy was going through now.
Okay, excuse me. Tupac?
Yes. Machiavelli it was Machiavelli. It wasn't Tupac Shakur. His name is Machiavelli now.
Yeah, Machiavelli, 7 years.
Yes. He's coming back with it's kind of suspicious, brother. One of his older records, he was talking about how he was gonna get P. Diddy in the long run. His older records, he was already talking this stuff. Like he was gonna get him. If you listen to the old Machiavelli records, he was talking about what is happening now.
This is gonna be part of the description. Tupac returns to get vengeance on Diddy.
I just had to go there, man, because you know me, I'm gonna make this podcast. You know what I'm saying? You my brother, we're gonna turn it up a notch. See, I see why you put me on it, because I'm gonna take it there. You know what I mean?
So here we
I'm
go.
gonna fucking take it there.
So buckle up. Here we go. Man, what is up with Cardi B, man? I mean, come on, bro. Like, how do you feel about this young lady?
Man, I'm just, you know what I'm saying? And I told my wife that I was gonna keep it real. I love Cardi B, man.
I love Cardi too.
But no, bro,
but we gotta keep it. We gotta speak as men. We on the men's room, so we gotta speak as men and put this thing down for the men and the future men. That is not how a lady's supposed to conduct her business, brother.
She ain't supposed to conduct her business, but I'm gonna keep it real. Offset is a clown, man.
He could be the clowniest clown of the world.
No, man, that man has did dirt, man.
He may be a clown, karma. He may be He may be a clown, but that's her husband.
Man, that man had cheated on her. I don't start, so we gonna have to agree to disagree.
That's her husband. I mean,
I don't like the man. Here's my reasoning. Let me get my reasoning.
Let's remove Offset.
Okay.
And let's just say she was married to me. Let's just say she was my wife. And her and I, we have been on the rocks. I have a couple of little shorties that I knock off from time to time. Word got around in the little chitlin circuit that I'm knocking down this one or that one. And her and I split up. While we split up, she goes out and gets pregnant by Fitz. Anybody.
Lord have mercy.
Anybody.
For my kid.
Or not, maybe let's don't go fits. Let's say she gets pregnant by
Rollo.
Rollo. Yeah, right.
We just Rollo.
Yeah, by some dude named Rollo, right? And I'm like, no, can't be Rollo because he's my people.
Nah.
So she
Yeah.
just gets pregnant by somebody, right? But
Yeah.
she's my wife, brother.
Joe Grind. Let's call him Joe Grind then.
Yeah, Joe Grind. She's my wife. So
Yeah.
when that child is born, guess who the father is?
True.
Legally.
Yeah.
That's my child.
Now that part, yeah, but see, okay, now we can talk.
That's
Okay,
Offset's child.
that part lawfully is wrong. However, I'm just gonna put the brother's name in it because now I'm gonna give him some respect. What he should have done. See, a lot of time as men, we don't investigate the women we get involved with. Cause mind you, Cardi B is wild, bro. She's a stripper
Very
from
much
the
so.
hood.
She used to rob at her trips.
Yes.
Yeah.
She used to drug people. They got a movie
And rob.
about her.
Yeah, and rob them.
So
I
he
don't
should have known
it
the
don't
type
matter.
chick he was a getting
When,
with, man.
when she went on, okay, so which is true, right? Which is true. But when she stepped up and stepped to the altar, she chose to go into that realm of spirituality and commitment. They both
Yeah.
have. They both did. They made a commitment.
However, Mr. Starks, these people sign these contracts with these labels, selling their soul to the devil. So when they step into the arena, yes, they trying to do the right thing, but they don't want to lose their life because they got to do the wrong thing to fulfill their contract. Because a lot of people don't read contracts, Mr. Starks. You own a label. You always told artists to read the contract before. You're not saying you, but when you do business, you always did it straightforward. You tell people to read the contracts before you sign the fine print, the small print. They don't read that small print, that very microscopic print at the bottom of those contracts. All they see is dollar signs. Then when they see the dollar signs, they sign the contract, and then they get to hollering when they cannot be themselves, and they look, either you do this or this is gonna have this turn out. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but okay, which could be the fact, which should be true, but that still doesn't give this woman an excuse. Okay, this separated woman an excuse to go and have sex with another man until
It
she's
don't, brother.
divorced. He
It
could be
don't.
Jimmy Lump Lump. It don't matter. She committed to him in marriage.
Yeah, but when she made that song, she got the wop wop. He
Yeah,
should already known to cut that loose. When she made that song, her and the other chick talking about they got
he
the
already
wop
knew
wop.
He already knew she had the wop wop. That's why he was there.
He can't. He, but you gotta understand. What I'm saying. I'm not trying to defend her BS, but I'm just trying to show you how brothers make poor decisions, man. They let looks get to them. They let cause she
Right.
flatter and talk sweet.
Absolutely.
They don't go and study the woman and see where she's at in her head. They don't look at her brain.
That's right.
Because I'm gonna tell you a
Right.
case in point, man. Like when I was I'm saying, when I was before I got with my wife, I used to hang out in New York strip clubs, and I remember Chip Tooth Carter be a dancer. Yeah, up in up where you from? We used to go up to New York and see her. She from the Bronx, but we used to go see her in the strip club, man. She was wild. She liked down south boys. She loved dudes from down south, man. And and she was very friendly. She's not a she's very outspoken. She's gonna be ratchet. That's just her personality. She's ratchet. Now, mind you, she's with this other brother from my team because I'm a Patriot fan. So she's with this guy here, and same birds of the same feather flock together. He got more than one baby mama by many different women. So he, he's no better than she is. You know, he's no better than she is. I understand how the brother would feel. I was just saying that This is all of their karma. Let me put it like this: it's everybody's karma. If the brother Offset's karma, it's Cardi B's karma for what she's doing, and it's Mr. Diggs is his karma. Everybody's going through a chain of inner karma, and they're not thinking about the children in the midst of this. They're being selfish. They're being self-centered. They're not thinking about how they're affecting the children's lives. So we as adults got to stop thinking it's about us and realize it's about the children's well-being. That mixing and matching stuff, it ain't really good. Some children not gonna adapt to it the way other children may be. You
Yeah,
know. So
that household is just all over the place.
yeah,
I
she got a mad children in there, man.
all
How
over the
many
place.
children she got? Like 5?
I just hope that she's got 3 by Offset, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
yeah,
At least 2.
yeah. She
And
got 2 by Offset,
one
and then she
by
got another 2.
Stephon Diggs.
And
All of
then
her
she got
She
some.
didn't have no kids before Offset, so
Okay,
all of her kids are by Offset.
yeah.
Besides this last
And then on top of that,
one, dirty, low down, scandalous. You can't do that, bro. I
and then
can't
and then
allow that,
Offset
bro.
is getting
We can't.
bodied by this model chick. This
We
model chick,
can't
she
allow.
just body
But
Offset.
I'm gonna touch on this and then I'll move on.
Okay.
As men, bro, we can't allow that. Not saying we have to be physical, not saying we have to do anything of the sort, but we can't condone it. it he he really shouldn't have done anything either. You see what I'm saying? Like, they're
Yeah.
separated. They're not divorced. You don't need to be out poking and joking, and she don't need to be out doing it either. That's my opinion, because they went in front of God and made this commitment. So you're gonna go and go get pregnant and bring another baby home? I personally know, someone who did that to their husband, and he still took her back. I give mad respect to the man for taking her back.
No sir.
And this is somebody close to me, you know what I mean? And he
Yeah,
took her.
no sir.
What happened?
I said, no sir, not me.
Yeah, me either.
Uh-uh.
Me either,
You
brother.
go and you do that to me, you go on about your business.
So
You go
so
on about your business.
right. So the same thing applies to Cardi B when it comes to Offset. Although Offset is a piece of crap, it's
Yeah.
the fact remains they're married.
Hmm.
That's her husband.
Now I'm thinking she paid $2.3 million to get rid of this marriage thing with him.
Nah, they still
Something
married.
about they got back. It's talking about they got back taxes or something. She had to pay or something.
He had to pay his tax. No, but he said
Yeah.
he paid his taxes before she had to pay it. But no, they're legally married. All right, so let's move on.
All right.
So Dame Dash,
My guy.
our guy,
Mm.
having issues with Cameron and Jim Jones. And Jim Jones and Cameron are also having issues with each other. So it's just like the whole Harlem is just clashing right now. When
First of all, can I say something?
you most certainly can.
Jim Jones is not from Harlem.
No. He's from the Bronx.
Yes. He acts like he's from Harlem. And that's
Yeah,
the problem.
yeah.
He need to big up where he's from and
He
stop
he
acting
ran
like
with
he's from
Harlem, right?
Harlem. Yes,
And
he ran in Harlem.
you know, I'm gonna keep it
Domo.
real with you. And it's not like it really matters, I guess, but I feel like Jim Jones is pulling up on Chrissy's clout.
Exactly. That's what it looked like.
Because Chrissy was the one who was with Alpo. I mean, Alpo. She was the one who was with Rich. She was the one who was with Demencio. She was the one who
Yeah.
she was
That's her
dating.
clout.
She was dating them dudes.
Even Max B. Yes. Mr. Max.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, she touched it in Miami.
Yes. I'm just saying she knows him. Like, before Jim knew him, she already knew
Yeah.
him.
Yeah. Charlie Rambo.
Mm-hmm.
Charlie Rambo. Everybody knew him. Everybody knows him. So, but Chrissy was Chrissy was with the big boys, and Max B, he ain't even on the level of what Chrissy was rolling with. Chrissy was rolling with Rich and the boys.
Honestly, to be honest with him, Mr. Dash, let's speak about Mr. Dash. Mr. Dash is a legend. Don't make no mistakes about it. He's a legend in the music industry, and he's a legend in them Harlem streets. You can ask about him. They really, yeah, they maybe he may be going through a financial rut, but Mr. Dash is a
I don't think he is,
master
bro.
businessman.
I don't think he's going through a financial rut. Just because you put down on the paper that you had a loss in business, you want to have a loss so that you can have a higher, tax situation.
Oh, I get you. Say he played a
Profit
chess
loss,
game, chess
it's a
move.
profit loss situation. Yeah,
He did a
like
chess move on him.
just like at the end of the year, you go out and buy a couple of new cars, or you go out and buy some new tools for your company so that you can spend up a certain amount of money so that you can get these benefits towards your taxes.
I think Mr.
He's just
Dash is
filing
gonna
bankrupt so that the debtors can get off of his butt.
smart move. I think he yeah, he may be riffing with Jim Jones or whatever, but I think he would give he would give Jim a more of a pass than he would Cameron. He really has a problem with Cameron. Cameron is a real big issue. I think he will
I
because
disagree.
him and Jimmy got business with each other. And their business
I
is more
disagree. I disagree.
personal.
I disagree. Cameron, Dame put Cam on.
Hmm.
Cam put Jim on. Jim doesn't. Their comment. Pause the video. Pause the recording right quick. My grandson's crying. Give me a second. My knowledge, man. Jim used
Wait,
to
wait,
be
wait.
that flipping nigga, man.
One sec. The recording's catch up. Okay, we're back.
To my knowledge, Jim used to be that flipping nigga. Like the guy that be like, "Yo, man, do that backflip, bro. You know that one you did in the gym? Yo, do that backflip right quick, bro. Yo, check this nigga out. Yo, check him out. Check him out. Ooh, ooh." That was Jim. Cam was the basketball dude. Him and Mace. They weren't the street dudes. Neither was Jim. Dame was a hustler. A little bit of street, a little business, a little money from his family, a badass cousin. You put that
Yes.
combination together, you a name, and you got a little hot little BMW and so forth back in those days.
Mhm.
You a name.
Yeah.
Dame signed Cam. Mace blew up first because Puffy signed him and they shot to the top. Dame followed suit with a Harlem nigga and brought a Harlem nigga to the Rock. First, he brought him to Def Jam.
Yeah.
Then he brought him over to the Rock. And that's when Jay was like, "Oh, no, we're not doing this. He's too fly. We're not doing this." So the narrative was, okay, so Dame is bringing a new Jay-Z.
And Jay, Jay won't have that, man. He can't. Hove won't have none of that. Oh,
That's when Hov said,
yeah,
"Oh, so you made Hov, then make another Hov."
yeah,
That line.
yeah. They try to, what I mean. I just like Dame Dash business ethnic skills. I learned something from how he was talking and the information he was sharing how to do things.
I love
He,
Dame. I love
yeah,
Dame.
he was like
Bro.
bosses make bosses. You don't create followers. You make bosses. If you're a boss, you make bosses. You don't make people that follow people. Like he tried to tell Charlemagne. Like you're not a boss if you're working for somebody, brother. How you a boss? How you a boss? Like you don't work for nobody. You a boss. I got my own thing. I'm a boss.
I work for
You
my
make
family.
bosses too.
How Dame say it? I work for my family office.
Yeah. That's what you're doing now. This is boss. We up here on some boss business.
Every one of us are bosses.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
work for
teaching
my
us
family
how to
office.
be our own bosses. Yeah, we work collective. We be on your production, but I can say, brother, for yourself, you never create followers. You set avenues up for people to do their own thing and be bosses. Just follow suit. Just keep it in the
Absolutely.
rotation.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Do your own thing, but follow
From
suit.
day
Don't.
one. From day
Yeah, stay on the track. Don't get off the train track. Keep
from
it
the other
going.
track. Yeah. Be a boss, but you be a boss on this trajectory right here.
So, because we all trying to make it collectively how we all can eat, man. 'Cause that's the problem. Everybody want to do their own thing. That's why I was kind of. I respect Jay's, but I don't respect him because how he did that brother Dame. Regardless if they had little, I don't know their issues, but come on, man. Without Dame, you wouldn't be who you are.
For it to be that deep, for it to
Yes.
be for Jay to be like that, right? Man, Dame had to have did something with Jay, one of Jay's women or something, bro.
Yeah, it's got to be deeper than that, man. It's
Yeah,
got to
it's
be,
gotta be,
man.
bro. It's gotta be,
It's
bro.
got to be, because it's no way over some everybody says over some money dealing. No,
Nah,
it's something personal.
everybody says over Leo Cohen.
Yeah,
So I mean, I said his name, but he's the head of YouTube.
yeah,
So everybody knows exactly who he is.
yeah.
So, but I
And
think it's
and
deeper.
and,
I
and
think it's
and then
deeper
Jay
than
Z
even
made
that.
this song that was kind of strange. Those thoughts he had to stop a song called "Thank You, Thank You, Thank You." I knew who he was talking about. It's called "Thank You." I think it was on the Carter. It's the one with the three stripes on it. It's on one of them albums, and he was talking about Dame, but he was taking shots at him in a way. He was like, "Yo, what size suit you wears?" He was going at him like it was something personal. He said, you know what I'm saying? He was saying that he said I'm cut from a different cloth. I'm from the last of the wise guys. Jay was like telling him, like, you know what I'm saying, you trying to play tough, dude. I really been out there on them streets. So you playing with a monster, a different type monster. And he said, thank you, thank you. And he asked him, how's your mom doing? Yeah, Jay took some shots at him.
Man, so all right. So speaking of shots, I'm a segue. I'm a segue to this situation here. Speaking of shots, shots have been taken at Little Dirk supporters and fans for turning their back on him now that he's locked up for that murder for hire. And like he's getting no support, bro. He ain't getting no support from his colleagues. Chicago is quiet. He's getting a real life lesson publicly. Like, dude, we learned that lesson back when we were kids, man. You
I'm gonna
can't
take shots at him.
stand up. You can't stand. Everybody is.
He got what you give, bro. Running your mouth over the phone. That's the rule of the street. Why you running your mouth over the phone? So therefore, you put yourself in that predicament. You know what I'm saying?
My
It's a
thing
life
is,
lesson.
if you are able to dissect lyrics, and he's not like no super duper technical lyricist, so it's
No.
simple to dissect his ABC lyrics, right?
Yeah.
He's telling you everything he did,
Yeah. He doing a
allegedly.
King Von.
Allegedly,
So he bring it
hell,
on himself. But I don't think people should. I don't think his colleagues should just totally turn it back on him. But it need
bro.
to be a lesson learned. You know what
They're
I'm saying? That's
saying
just
that
my opinion.
they're saying allegedly that Dirk was kind of involved in the whole King Von's situation that night. And if
Wow, they
you
trying to say he the one that got rid of King Von. That's what they trying to say now.
and look though, listen. And
Wow.
I'm not saying that they're right, and I'm not saying that they're wrong. But look
Allegedly.
though, but check this out though.
Mhm.
Let's just peel a piece of this back. You the big star, you the man.
Mhm.
You put me on.
Uh-huh.
You the man, but you put me on. And now I'm blowing up. They taking on to my shit a little harder than they taking on to your shit.
Mhm.
And you like, yo, that's what's up. Yo, that's dope. That's dope. Yo, let's do this project together. Yeah, but let me drop my project right quick, bro. I'm hot. Come on my project a few times and let's keep it popping. I'm hot. Boom. After so long, the chicks want you. You all over the social media. They ain't talking about Lil Durk. They talking about King Von.
Envy.
And my
I see
brother.
where you going with it. I see.
You there, bro? We got spicy. Put it on.
Hear me, brother.
Yeah, let's pick up where we were.
Yeah,
So
but yeah,
where I'm
like
going with
King
it.
Von. Yeah, what you saying, brother?
Nah, you see where I'm going with it. I mean, kind of,
Yeah, I see. What
he
it seems
kind
like
of
envy.
outshining his predecessor.
Yeah, he outshined his predecessor, and that could cause envy. It shouldn't, but it causes it. It does. It causes it several times. This is not the only first incident. To switch the subject on the same subject, what about Pooh Shiesty and Gucci? See, they going through a little thing.
So
See how it's the same kind of set.
they're saying that just Gucci wasn't supporting Pooh Shiesty during his bid, and he wants to get out of that contract. And he evidently they saying that he had his goons kind of make that happen.
Yeah, like Armstrong him out of it.
Yeah, strong arm him out of it. Yeah,
Yeah,
and,
string up something. Yo, go tear this contract up, B. It ain't nothing.
I don't see that, bro. I
Not with
mean,
Gucci.
no, I don't see that, bro. No. Then we're talking millions and millions of dollars,
Not with
and
old Goo Wop. Not
but
Goo Wop. Goo
here's the
Wop.
thing, right? Here's the thing. So let's say they did surround him and say, "Yo, bro, I need him out of this contract." What Gucci ain't about to pull a contract out of his pocket and rip it up or
He
no
about to
shit.
pull something else out you don't like.
Nah. But listen right quick. He got to get in
Uh,
touch with lawyers, bond
yes.
company, all of these people invested in this contract. It ain't something he can just.
Uh-uh. You're correct.
So for them to say that some goons muscled anybody out of a contract, that's a bunch of bull crap.
Yeah. I don't think it happened, man. I think a lot of this shit is like AI business. Like a lot of stuff AI making it up, man. That's what I noticed. A lot of this shit. They were researching don't be factual.
Well, I think these PR companies are pushing some of these narratives because it ain't like it used to be doing the album rollout. How it used to be,
Mhm.
you got the T-shirts, you got a little baby doing a quick little commercial, you popping up selling hot dogs over here with your T-shirts on and but whatever. It ain't like that anymore. Now you got to have either beef with somebody, you got somebody pregnant, you having a public argument, something that go viral, and then you roll your album out. That's how they doing it nowadays. You got to
They
go
gotta
viral.
have some controversy.
So they make up this bull crap, and then they roll an album out.
I mean, the whole Hollywood, the whole industry is in an uproar, man. Right now, it's 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 about time for us to make our move because there's a new wave coming through. Because this Hollywood system, this music industry is gone, man. It's shot all down the hell, man. Everything, even the music industry. There's not really. It's like the people that played the back burner that won't really get the shine are now getting the shine because the ones that always took the shine are in some BS right now. And you know what I'm saying? And now Cat Williams allegedly is joined up with 50 Cent and now they're attacking. Now they're putting a hammer down on everybody. They're pulling everybody's cards.
Now I'm a 50 fan, right? And I like how 50 usually rolls. But I'm gonna tell you something.
He trolling too much.
I'm getting over, from where I'm from and our
Yeah.
generation. You're only gonna clown around, but so much before you are considered a clown.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You only could clown around, but so much before we called you a clown.
Yeah, he's becoming, honestly, man, he's becoming a clown, man. And he's becoming a snitch on the low. Like, he just snitching now. Now
Dry
you snitching now,
snitching.
bro. Dry
He's dry
snitching.
snitching. He's doing the most.
And even Miss Jaguar Wright, I respect her so much. She even said that she's don't trust him. I don't trust him neither. I'm right along with the sister. I don't trust him neither because why are you doing this for? What are you getting out of attention by? Like Mr. Dad said, what are you doing? Some sucker shit now. You you
It's
you
like
want to see your brother
when a man
demise. I
is
understand
yeah,
he's wrong.
when a man is down, you don't stomp on him.
Yeah, man,
Oh,
he kicking
you
people, man.
don't.
What is this for?
Immaturity. Immaturity. Back when we was kids, man, when we were younger, bro, and we would like, let's say we got into a fight with somebody, or we jumped on somebody and they fell to the ground, we would stomp them out and kick them, all
Yeah,
all that stupid shit, because we were
yeah.
kids. Because we were kids. But
Yeah,
as a
we had when you as a man, you as a man.
you were as a man and you see that man down, you won't stomp on that man.
Yeah, man, you kicking the man, man. That was some coward shit, man.
That's
That's
cowardly.
coward.
That's
Yeah,
cowardly. So I can't respect 50 attacking anyone who's in a bad position. Wait till they're strong, and then you guys go at it. But while they're down, if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all.
but yet and still though, you don't like Supreme, but you big him up. But Supreme don't like you, but you still big him up. Come on, man, make your mind up, brother. You know what I'm saying? This man, he big up somebody, an arch nemesis, but you and P Diddy were cool, bro. And because it was allegedly, when I seen the interview, he said, can he take you shopping? All you had to do was say no and leave it at that, brother. Then when the man get a vulnerable and he go to get locked up, instead of you let him just stay locked up, you start kicking him when he's down and shit like that. But see, but I'm gonna tell you something. You can't count Diddy out. He's not gonna be in there forever. And a lot of people gonna get blackballed when he get out. Watch what I tell you. He might not be a prominent figure in the industry. He might not get no love, but a lot of these people that do
Did he?
the
When he
shit
gets,
they doing,
when he gets out, he's gonna be right back where he left off. He's gonna be
yeah,
so the thing is, if you're a general, if you're a 5-star general and you leave the army or you get sick and you gotta go away from the military, when you come back, you do not come back as a private. You come back as a 5-star
no.
general. You're still a
Yeah,
general.
did he still come back the same person? He might change his perspective because a lesson was learned. He might make some of his wrongs into rights if he can. You know what I'm saying? Because if it prison will break you. I've been there. I've been in federal prison. So it will break you. It ain't, you know what I'm saying? Because you can't do that same shit you do in the streets. As a brother, as me being an ex convict, you know what I'm saying? I'm not ashamed to tell where I've been. But you know what I'm saying? I grew up from it. I learned my lesson. I got a second chance in life. I just want the brother to give himself allow that time to be a rehabilitation where he get his mind right and focus on being positive. Stop trying to jerk people out of money. And you got all of these people with tension. You got uh you got all these numerous enemies. He got a lot of enemies out here. You know what I'm saying? For various reasons. I hope he I hope I hope he get some kind of mercy because it's deeper than what people, are looking at, man. Like it's even deeper than what they looking at with R. Kelly too. You know what I'm saying? When these guys go to prison, they look out for the mistakes and the wrong they're doing in terms of these allegations with the women and uh these young underage girls and all this stuff. And like for instance, they locked R. Kelly up, but they didn't punish the parents for selling their children to him. You know what I'm saying? Brother, I look at the whole circle, the full circle. Like, they need to get punished too for what they done. Why are you just punishing this man like R. Kelly for what he allegedly, because I didn't see it. I heard it, but I didn't see it. It's still allegedly to me because I ain't see it. I ain't see it. So it's allegedly. So what I was told, the reason why they're punishing R. Kelly is because his masters is worth $900 million. And they want the man master, so they figure they'll take you out and put you in situations where you'll lose, and he gets sick in jail. They poisoning certain things and certain stuff like that, trying to get rid of the man, but it was all about what he had under control with masters. And with Mr. Diddy, Sean Combs, they mad at him because he sued that alcohol company that's real powerful, and they didn't like you said, they didn't like how he was trying to spark a little revolution with the whole, you know what I'm saying, black owned thing. So you know how that go when we do things. We're gonna look terrible, and then our people are gonna back up allegations that they don't know if it's true or not. They're not looking at the racism, the underlying racism. Like
Right.
when Miss Erica Badu said that she prayed for R. Kelly, they tried to boo her. She didn't give a shit because she really don't need their money. She still love R. Kelly. That's her guy. He ain't never disrespect her. And she said she didn't feel like he was all of that. She said it's something mysterious. Every time people of color, Asiatic, black, whatever you want to call yourself, because people call themselves many copper Malaysian and all kind of shit. People call themselves different, so you have to respect people. But every time we do things, we get ridiculed by our own people of some stuff they really don't know. They just going by hearsay, right? Everybody has their different spiritual beliefs. If somebody say they say this and believe that, they look at them like, for instance, boom, this is a little flip. I'm flipping a little bit. All right. If I was a Democrat, and I'm just speaking up because I keep it real. If I was a Democrat and I decide to go Republican, they would call me a sellout.
Well, my
And they've
thing,
done it millions of times. And I'm just being, but from what I've heard people saying what has happened to them from personal feelings, from people say they don't agree with what they stand for. And when they drop it, they can say they're going independent, or they can go to some other party. They said they're a sellout. And the fact is, the matter is, they mad because they losing property. Property has ran away. I'm just saying, you know, I'm a heat up this conversation, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just trying to make a point about how we need to stop. The point I'm making is, like, we need to stop just following other people's narratives and start really researching what be going on.
Okay, so what we did, all right. So you touched on a few things. You kind of went a few places.
Yeah. I'm just saying, following people's narratives. That's what I was trying to make. Like, we need to have a mind of our own and stop listening to what people tell us and research it for ourselves and get the real concrete evidence instead of just saying, oh, he did it, or they did it, or she did it, or they did it. We need to stop that, man, because that's wrong. We don't know what happened, really. We won't dare. It could be all fake news, Stocks. The TV could give you anything.
Man, you know, I was coming from I had a work order that I was taking care of, and it was out in Durham. And I was coming from Durham, and I was using my GPS, and it was taking me through some kind of back road area near Rougemont. And as I came from that area, I looked, you know, I started coming to an opening, and it's just like the biggest opening you would ever want to see. And I look to my left, and it's just this big complex. That complex was probably 4 miles long, bro. And it was the federal complex out there, and the Butler Federal Complex. You know, they redid it.
That's why I was incarcerated at.
That's where R. Kelly is. They
Yes.
redid it, bro. It looks intimidating. I drove for miles, and all I saw was that federal complex on the left hand
That's how
side.
big it is, brother. It's got a hospital on it too.
Huge. Man, it's
Yeah.
huge, bro. It's huge and intimidating. And and I'm like, I thought that when I was driving by, I was like, oh shoot, that's that federal facility. I said, man, R. Kelly is over there. I think that's where they had Tommy DeBull and I
Sammy the
want to
Bull.
Sammy DeBull, and was John Gotti there?
He was there briefly. They
Okay.
moved him to upstate or something. I
Um,
know I know the guy Lefty that played in Donnie Brasco was there because I was incarcerated with him in that facility.
and it just made me think. I'm like, the fall from glory, man. The fall, like where R. Kelly was to where, I was driving by. I'm thinking, man, R. Kelly in there. That's exactly what I thought. R. Kelly is right in here, and to think about the fall from I Believe I Can Fly, from it was damn near unstoppable, his rise, right?
Yeah.
The fall from Weakness of the Flesh. Now, us as men, so this is where I'm going to bring this thing right back in, right here at the close. Us as men, we have to be able to conquer our temptations. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We have to be able to control that beast that we call our sexual appetite, because
Yeah.
that's the center of our distraction. And if you don't have one wife at home that you can concentrate that energy into, and you're just busting energy off here, busting energy off there, you start to get distracted. You start to get distorted. You start to make bad decisions.
And it affects you physically too.
It totally affects you physically. You start to give up
Your
all
energy.
of your energy force.
And you start looking
So
like a vampire. You start looking like a vampire because you start looking like you're pale. Your skin start
so
looking pale like you're a bloodsucker then hit you. And it's not that,
yeah,
it's just your energy drained.
your energy is drained. We have to, we have to practice abstinence so often throughout the year.
Mhm.
But that's another show. We'll get into that on another show, because I mean,
I
you have
don't
to
know
say,
about that, bro.
bro,
I'm an animal, bro.
I mean, it's okay to be an animal, but these are life forces, and
Yeah, bro.
these life forces, these are life forces, and these are strengths that we have as men, and we have to be able to harness that strength. I'm not
Yeah, you
saying
got
go.
to.
I'm not saying just go completely rogue and go abstinent and just stop. But if you can't control that, if you can't control your tool, how can you work? How can you control
Yeah,
anything
yeah,
else?
you can't. Yeah, you gotta balance it, but you gotta also
How
remember
can you
that.
lead?
Yeah, yeah, you can't, because that's where you harness your strength at, man. You gotta kind of like balance yourself. That's why I said,
You
man,
most
I
certainly
won't,
have.
I won't try to be belligerent with the brother, but uh, what I was saying earlier about the situation with Carly B, like we gotta learn what I put our energy at. We can't think
Understood.
what our we can't think what our bottom half. We gotta think what
No,
we gotta use this right here.
but then we also can't condone wrongdoing. We have to
Yeah, we
stand in
can't do that
allegiance.
neither.
We have to
Yeah,
stand
we
in
can't.
allegiance against wrongdoing. And for a wife to get impregnated by another man while she's still under this man's name, that's wrong.
Yeah, and it's wrong for him too, cause he did it when he was married too. You see, see
He
how the
ain't pregnant.
target.
He ain't pregnant.
Nah.
He ain't
Yeah,
bringing
but
no
he
baby.
cheated
He
more
ain't
than one time. Now. He
understood.
broke the oath.
That's understood, but that's not. It's just
He brung it on himself. What I'm saying is not right, but he brung it on himself. He karma's karma, bro. You know that shit don't care. Stars.
I
Karma
understand
don't give
that,
a.
but so he has to allow somebody inside of her whole body. Do you know how much she has to allow a human inside of her whole body, bro? All he got to do is fuck something.
Yeah, well, he just slew himself. He just slaughtered.
We're
And
men. We're men.
mhm.
What's the what? What we talking about? What we said? We're men. What you
Yes.
talking about? Is his house burning up? Did it fall off the axis? Is the plumbing good? Are the kids fed? Is she safe? Is she warm? Then why are we focusing on who he fucked? She
Well,
goes
it's
out and
over now.
you go and get pregnant.
Yeah, it's over now. That's all.
You go and get
That's
pregnant though. You go and get pregnant. It almost could have it almost could have been brushed under the rug if you didn't get pregnant.
yeah. It
That's what
could
I
have.
said. So women can't. So it's a little different for women because we can't get pregnant.
Yeah. And
Or
then he done crashed
we can't
out.
go. We can't go get pregnant.
But here's make it worse on his part. Now I know he upset about that situation. But one thing you don't do, bruh, Facebook is not a place to get and start making threats. You're gonna shoot people and all that. He just done his career off. Not a police waiting for Mr. Offset to do anything wrong. He gone because
So
his
how
mouth is
social?
running.
So how social is your media? Facebook is also not the place to do prayers.
Mm.
Like you ever go online, man, and you just scrolling, and then you just get to somebody's post, and they're just like, "God, give me strength to get through this next." And you just, I usually think, I don't think God's surfing Facebook. I think
uh,
maybe you could just go ahead and just put your phone down and just pray. I believe he hears.
yeah, yeah.
So
I don't agree with that. I ain't about to do all that on Facebook. I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm not
I
gonna.
just threw that in there, but that thing could have quite possibly ruined so many marriages, so many friendships, so many partnerships. You know, I've watched people develop businesses and social media content spaces and groups. Um, I've watched them come and go. You know,
Uh,
I've 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 watched them come and go. We've called attention to a lot of different areas of our city and our state. I know you're in a different state now, but when we were actually putting together 20 bands and a lot of the other social media stuff that we were doing, we called a call for action, and it didn't seem. I'd say I called for a call for action, and it didn't seem like anybody showed up.
mm,
So then to fast forward to, I took a little hiatus, and to fast forward and watch all of my ideas just flourish without me even being there. It's kind of flattering.
it should be, man.
Yeah, it's kind of flattering.
Trendsetter. Yeah, you done set a trend. Trendsetter. Ain't nothing wrong with being a trendsetter.
So I say that to say this has been a very good episode. I'm
Yes.
really glad that you are here. Glad that we are back, and this this episode of the Men's Room is very personal, and it felt really good, to connect with my brother on this episode. And I intend on coming back to take some of my creations back, you know. So I'm glad that you're on board.
Mm. Indeed, Rollo is back, buddy. Rollo going back, brother.
All the time, brother. This has been the Men's Room, man. You guys tune in. We're gonna bring my boy Kaiser back, and we are going to talk about some other things, like later on down in some other later episodes. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I do check the comments, and I do comment back. So this has been the Men's Room. Awesome episode. how social is your media. Thanks, Kiyah. We'll holler at you, brother.
All right, peace, brother.
Peace, brother.